When it comes to the original PlayStation, one of its most beloved and iconic franchises was the Crash Bandicoot series, all about a marsupial that most people probably didn't care about prior to the original game's release. But let's not forget that Crash is the creation of a mad genius named Dr. Cortex. So, being a mad scientist and all, how does the inspiration behind Crash's creator and arch-nemesis fare? I'm the Kitsune Hawk, and today we're going to put one of the PlayStation's most recognizable antagonists under the magnifying lens. So get out your pencils, trivia enthusiasts, because this is character development. Right off the bat, Dr. Cortex's name ties in with his role as a mad scientist quite well. The neocortex is actually a part of the brain. Its name means new mind because it's a feature unique to mammals, and in fact it makes up most of the brain, with its 4 lobes controlling a mammal's emotions, personality, sensory perception, visual processing, and hearing. In Crash Tag Team Racing, Cortex's full name is revealed to be Neo-Periwinkle Cortex, giving him the initials NPC, which most would recognize as the acronym for non-playable character, Cortex's most common role in the franchise. Most longtime fans of the Crash Bandicoot franchise can point out the difference in Cortex's characterization as the franchise progressed. In the original game, Cortex, along with most of the other cast members, was voiced by Brendan O'Brien, and his original personality was based heavily on the Brain from the American cartoon series Animaniacs, a personal favorite of series creator Jason Rubin. Dr. Cortex and Embryo's roles in the original game's story are also remarkably similar to Dr. Wily and Dr. Light of the Mega Man franchise, though Cortex is hardly the good doctor in this scenario. Starting in 1997 with Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back and ending in 2003 with Crash Nitro Kart, Clancy Brown was Cortex's second voice actor. Under Brown, he was given a more English and debonair attitude inspired by Roger Delgado, the original actor for the character The Master in the massively popular television series Doctor Who. Quite fittingly, many of Cortex's henchmen address him as Master, starting with Crash 2. Lex Lang, Cortex's current voice actor, stated in an interview that Clancy Brown's interpretation of Cortex was seen by parents as too aggressive for younger players, to the point of writing letters to Universal Interactive Studios. Lang was told that he had to make the character sound more comical and narcissistic for the newer games, which was met with mixed reception. Dr. Cortex's signature feature has always been the capital N on his forehead, which many initially assumed to be short for Neocortex. But according to the series' backstory, it was apparently tattooed on his head when he was 3 years old, and it stands for nerd. Speaking of Cortex and his age, it's mentioned in Crash Tag Team Racing that he served at Da Nang Air Force Base during the Vietnam War. While his age at the time of admission is never specified, he would have had to have been at least 18 in the year 1959 to have served. Since the original Crash Bandicoot came out in 1996, this means that Cortex would have been anywhere from 39 to 55 years old in the original game, presuming of course that Crash Tag Team Racing is indeed canon. Dr. Cortex is, without a doubt, one of the PlayStation's most iconic villains, and with his inspiration spanning Western animation, pre-existing games, British television, and commentary from his 3 voice actors, he's definitely a more interesting character from the variety of sources of inspiration, and he's all the more iconic for it. This has been Character Development. Thanks for watching, as well as supporting the show with your likes and feedback. Today's episode was suggested by my good friend Mavi, or as you may know him, Maverick Hunter 075. Feel free to leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments, or you can use the annotations to check out the previous episode on Yumi from the rather fanservy Senran Kagura series, or Mavi and I's recent collaboration on our favorite and least favorite first bosses in video games. Take care, everyone!